Unraveling the mystery of waist seam. Hello, dear viewers. Today, we're diving into a phrase that often pops up in the world of fashion and clothing: waist seam. If you've ever read a clothing description or tried your hand at sewing, you might have come across this term. Whether you're looking to expand your English vocabulary or simply curious about fashion terminology, you're in the right place. So, let's stitch our understanding together and unravel the meaning of waist seam. When we break down the phrase, waist seam, we're looking at two words, waist and seam. The waist is the part of the human body between the ribs and the hips, often the narrowest part of the torso. A seam is a line where two pieces of fabric are sewn together in garment construction. Therefore, a waist seam refers to the line of stitching that connects different pieces of fabric around the waist area of a garment. A waist seam serves several purposes in clothing design. Shape and structure. It helps to give shape to the garment, allowing it to fit the contours of the body more closely. Style and design. The waist seam can be a significant style element, creating different silhouettes like empire waists or drop waists. Flexibility and adjustments. It allows for easier adjustments to the garment's fit, as altering the seam can tighten or loosen the waist. Not all waist seams are created equal. They come in various styles. Some common types include straight waist seam, a simple, horizontal seam that wraps around the body. Curved waist seam, a seam that curves, following the natural shape of the body for a more fitted appearance. Empire waist seam, a high waist seam that sits under the bust, often seen in dresses and tops. Dropped waist seam, a lower waist seam that sits at the hips, a style reminiscent of the 1920s flapper dresses. To identify a waist seam, look for a line of stitching. It might be straight or curved, usually seen around the waist of dresses, jackets, and tops. Fabric panels. Check for different fabric panels or pieces coming together around the waist area. Fitting. Observe the fitting of the garment. A well-defined waist seam will typically enhance the garment's fit around the waist. For those who sew, understanding waist seams is crucial for pattern alteration. Knowing how to adjust the waist seam is key to customizing patterns for a perfect fit. Construction techniques. Different techniques can be used for sewing a waist seam, such as serging, top stitching, or using binding, which can affect the garment's durability and appearance. That wraps up our exploration of the term waist seam. It's a small detail that plays a big role in how our clothes fit and look. Whether you're shopping, sewing, or simply trying to enhance your English vocabulary related to fashion, understanding terms like this is incredibly helpful. We hope this video has been informative and has added a new fold to your language learning journey. Thanks for watching, and stay stylish.